So wow, after the fight night on Sunday, we really have to talk about the fighting nerds. So Caio Borralho basically had a very impressive win against Jared Cannonier. He basically showed that he wasn't just a grappler, but he had very impressive striking. And again, I believe after his victory, the fighting nerds are now 14-0 in the UFC, which is insane. Like these guys are basically like uh changing the game just like how the Dagestanis did when Khabib first came, except they're doing it based on their striking. You see, apparently, so the Fighting Nerds is a Sao Paulo-based MMA gym. It was founded by Caio Baralho and Pablo Sucurbia, who's also known as the Alchemist. So they have a bunch of very impressive fighters. And of course, the first one I'm going to talk about is Caio Baralho, the founder of Fighting Nerds. This guy is really, really talented, okay? He's basically beaten really good fighters. He's basically undefeated in the UFC so far. Um, I believe he's now 7-0 in the UFC, and I believe he will be a contender really really soon. Because he has a well balanced skill set. He's not only known as a grappler, but as you saw in his fight against Jared Cannonier, this guy is actually a good striker as well. So if you notice, right, all these fighters from Fighting Nerds, they always fight in an intelligent manner. Okay, they you don't see them do something stupid on the octagon like a lot of these fighters do, which is a testament to their coaching. So and Caio Bravo, right? This guy, he's basically he had wins against the likes of Paul Craig, Jared Cannonier, Mikhail Lisachuk. This is a rising star, and I really believe that he's going to challenge for a title soon. So another fighter that we have is Jin Silva. Man, this guy is a madman. I'm telling you. Okay, he's 3-0 in the UFC, but since he came, he's easily beaten Charles Jourdain. He basically knocked him out in the second round. And he even knocked out Drew Dover on a short notice fight, I believe just like 2 weeks after, which is insane. This guy is truly a badass, okay? He's like he doesn't give a damn at all. Like we saw basically fighters who came from the regional. Sometimes they get fraud checked, you know. Basically, they don't live up to a promise. But these guys from Fighting Nerds, they've just been passing all the tests that was given to them, you know. They've beaten veterans like Jin Silva, right? He's shown impressive striking skills. And if you watch his fights, he looks wild, but his striking is calculated, like his spinning elbow and all this punches, you know. The way he's throwing it is very calculated. So I really really think that the coach um Socopia, I really think that his coaching is really special. I think that he actually studied the opponents for his fighters and actually comes to the right game plan to exploit them. Yeah. So Jin Silva, I really believe that he has a bright future ahead of him in the lightweight division. So far, he's a very very dangerous guy. Another fighter that looks dangerous is Carlos Prates. Okay, I didn't believe in him at first. You know, I thought he would lose to Trevin Giles, and he was kind of losing by points, but he basically just fight knockout, and get the win. He knocked out Charlie Radke as well and Li Jinliang. This guy, I think, is a special striker. If you look at him, his knees are really dangerous. He has long limbs, and what works for him is he really has good takedown defense, which basically allows him to uh, utilize his strengths. as a striker. And if you think about it, right, I believe that his coach basically drilled in him all the importance of takedown defense. And I really believe this guy is another talent, is a legit prospect in the welterweight. His 3-0 in the UFC so far, but just by looking at the way he fights, he really, really is a dangerous striker. And unless you get him down on the ground, he's just going to like piss you up and knock you out. And another fighter that they have is Mauricio Raffi. So this guy only have one fight in UFC and he easily beat Jimmy Larkey. But if you just look at his fight, which I saw at UFC 301, I believe, um, he had the same stance, similar stance as Conor McGregor, which is why there's comparisons between him and McGregor. Now, probably it's not as good as Conor McGregor, but just by looking at the way he fights, the style, uh, I just think that this is another exceptional striker that fighting nerds have on their hands. So it's really crazy. I don't even know where the gym actually find all these talented fighters, right? And I think that if you look at this, Bruna Brazil, for example, she was a joke just before her fight against Molly McCann, but somehow she joined the Fighting Nerds, and basically she was just beating up on Molly McCann, who's a reputable striker in the women division. So it has to be the coaching. That's wrong. That's the way I see it, right? Like if you see the fighters from Fighting Nerds, they always fight in an intelligent manner, and basically the gym now has a reputation for having intelligent and strategic fighters. They always come up with the right strategy to basically maximize the striking talent of their fighters. And to me, that's very impressive. I haven't really seen this before. Apparently, Sukur Pira, right? He's known as the Alchemist. Apparently, he has unconventional training methods. Uh, I've been trying to look at it, and I haven't found. Apparently, he used to work at a desk job, but I haven't really truly find a deep dive into his training methods. And I'm really, really curious as to what he's doing that sets him apart from the other gyms. But you can't deny this guy's intelligence. Okay, this guy is like a genius when it comes to game planning. And the funny thing is, all these guys they wear the trademark glasses, and that is their brand. Basically, they kind of look like nerds after they win, which is hilarious. But to me, that just adds more flavor to their brand. But really, you can't deny the impressive records of the fighters coming up from this gym, and I really, really expect bright futures for the prospects that I just mentioned. I don't know if they can be the champions in their divisions, but I think they could get to easily, like just the fighters that I mentioned, they could easily get to the top 10 of the each of their respective divisions. So I'm really, really excited as a fan of striking. I'm really excited to watch these guys fights, and I would definitely pick that. Whenever I see a fight that's coming out from the Fighting Nerds, I think I will definitely pick them to win, unless it's against the elites of the elites in the division. So yeah, the the Fighting Nerds, man, they are really shaking up the UFC, and I'm really excited to watch their fighters, continue to beat up on the other fighters and basically just continue their domination. So yeah, click like and subscribe if you like my content, and peace out.